stepping up for the future of the planet. The local protests planned as tomorrow marks the beginning of a global climate strike.
Pretty impressed with the amount of time they put into the design.
Finding their own space. The new plan to separate two Malibu schools currently on the same campus and the benefits it will bring.
And for people choosing to rebuild after the Woolsey fire, why bigger seems better. News at 5 starts now.
News, weather, and sports. Live from Malibu, this is NewsWaves 32.
Across the world, including here at home in Malibu, attention is turning toward the climate crisis. Good evening, I'm Jenna Gartner.
And I'm Josie Leonetti. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of NewsWaves. We will get to that top story in just a minute, but we begin with breaking news tonight. 4 people are safe after the powerboat they were on capsized and sank off the coast of Malibu this afternoon near the Malibu Bay Club and the 41,000 Pacific Coast Highway. The Los Angeles County Fire Department says the boat was reported to be taking on water just before 1 o'clock. Lifeguards used the Baywatch boat to rescue the 4 people on board. None appear to have been injured.
And turning back, other top news tonight, a climate strike begins tomorrow with various organizers holding protests and school walkouts, including one right here at Pepperdine. NewsWaves 32 reporter Savannah Welsh joins us live from main campus with the details on the international event that could be the largest ever. Savannah?
Thanks, Jenna. With climate change being a global concern, Pepperdine students can make their voices heard at tomorrow's on-campus demonstration. I had the opportunity to speak with several individuals who were in charge of organizing these protests.
A voice for the environment. Tomorrow marks the first day of the global climate strike, a strike that could be the biggest environmental demonstration ever. A week-long event, the strike is focused on ending fossil fuels and combating climate change, with strikes set to take place for 3 days ahead of the UN Climate Summit.
This movement needs to involve every community. We all need to get on board and demand a level of action from our government that matches the crisis we're in.
Deirdre Ryan, the organizer of the Santa Monica protest, is calling for action. Local businesses, including Burton Snowboards in Santa Monica, will temporarily close their doors tomorrow in support of the event. But in a statement sent to parents last night, the superintendent of the Santa Monica Malibu School District says while the district supports the movement, it cannot sanction, coordinate, or facilitate any planned student walkouts. The email says school walkouts at all grade levels are too big of a disruption to teaching and learning. At the university level, members of Pepperdine's Green Team are partnering with the U.S. Climate Coalition to advocate for change on Pepperdine's campus. With 950 strikes planned around the world, Jacob Mirzajewski, the organizer of the Pepperdine demonstration, says young people need to have their voices heard.
We can raise awareness and show politicians, and specifically the UN, since we're doing it before the UN summit, that young people really do care about the environment and that we are invested in the environment just as a whole.
The strike at Pepperdine will be held tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Lower Mullentown Square.
That's right. Mullentown Square is where the protests will be held here tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Strikers around the world are coming together to combat climate change. I'm Savannah Welch for NewsWaves 32 reporting live at Pepperdine University. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Savannah. November will mark the 1-year anniversary of the Woolsey fire, and still no homes affected by the fire have been fully rebuilt. New September figures reveal that 30 permits have been issued so far this month to rebuild Woolsey-affected homes. Of the 137 homes that have been approved by the Planning Commission, nearly 54% will be like-for-like rebuilds, but with a 10% increase in square footage. Another 10% of homes have plans for major changes to their original designs. And with peak fire season approaching, Malibu will be holding a community briefing to keep people up to date with what lies ahead. City staff will discuss what Malibu has done to prepare for possible evacuations and power outages. Southern California Edison will present on its wildfire reduction and tree trimming plan, as well as its public safety power shutoff plan. The meeting will be held Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon at City Hall.
Malibu will be making improvements to Westward Beach, making access a little easier and a little safer. Proposed changes to the beach south of Zuma Beach include a 12-foot wide combined sidewalk and bike lane, improved parking spots, and a concrete barrier to keep sand away from these new additions. The California Coastal Commission said the city needs to revise the language in its implementation plan for public beaches before any work can begin. This action is on the City Council agenda for Monday night.
And another parking problem in Malibu. Parking for the Malibu Farmers Market is getting harder because of construction of the new Santa Monica College campus. Construction is expected to last for 2 years. During this time, Malibu is trying to obtain a temporary parking permit for the property next door. This would allow customers easy access to the farmers market. Malibu City Council will discuss this in Monday's meeting.
The Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District is finalizing plans for another type of separation, this time physically separating where students at 2 Malibu schools will go to class. NewsWaves reporter Brianna Willis joins us live from the Malibu High School and Middle School campus with the details released at a meeting last night. Bree?
Thanks, Jenna. I'm here in front of the current Malibu Middle School and High School campus, but take a good look behind me because in about 8 years, this will be an entirely new campus. Last night at the district meeting here in Malibu, plans for the new school were discussed. Better together, it is usually true. And a new plan for the 2 Malibu public schools is making sure it is. Among the plans discussed last night at a district town hall meeting about separating Malibu High School and Middle School were reconstructing new east and west schools and improving the drop-off and pickup route, while also continuing to elevate community and learning.
Pretty impressed with the amount of time they put into the design and the amount of listening they've done to community input.
The LPA construction company is hired to bring the plans to life. Out of 4 plans, the plan picked accommodates parents' request for taking care of the dry creek, alleviating traffic, adding more amenities and security, and of course, having an ocean view. Specifically, the design separates the middle school and the high schools on campus, one east and one west. The schools will be connected by and share a new theater and a new pool.
I'm really looking forward to the new pool, how it's going to be, because I'm on the swim team and I really love to swim.
The goal of the new space is to allow the community to use amenities without disrupting school.
Yeah, Malibu High is a community center. It's not just a school. So our athletic fields, our pool, our theater, our classroom spaces, they're used not only by our students and our staff, but also our families and our larger community.
The new campus will also add a total of 451 parking spots for students, faculty, and members of the community. Last night, LPA made it clear that the goal is to minimize the use of temporary buildings. They will not demolish the old pool until the new one is built. Once they get feedback from the community, the goal is to bring something forward to the Board of Education and start designing the architecture. But all of this will take 8 years. Live from Malibu High for NewsWaves 32, I'm Brianna Willis. Back to you.
Thank you, Bree. 8 years is a long time to wait, but it should be worth it. In other news, a Simi Valley man is about to learn his punishment for allegedly shooting and killing a local mountain lion. 60-year-old Alfredo Gonzalez is charged with 2 misdemeanors for allegedly killing male cougar P38 and vandalizing the cat's GPS collar. Prosecutors believe Gonzalez shot the animal in the head on July 2nd. Biologists think P38 fathered at least 4 litters of mountain lion kittens. If convicted, Gonzalez should be sentenced to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine, plus another $2,300 for the damaged collar.
And your doctor could be among many being charged with healthcare fraud. Several medical professionals accused in the scheme had local practices. They include Amir Friedman, an anesthesiologist from Calabasas, Dr. Ronald Carlish, a cardiologist in the Pacific Palisades, and Sarah Sulati from Santa Monica, who was accused of medically unnecessary cardiac treatments. Through the scheme, authorities say a total of 25 professionals in the LA area took in $150 million from Medicare and private insurers.
A solution that should stick. What you need to be recognized and allowed to access your neighborhood during times of emergency.
Prices at the pumps on the rise. More on the reasons behind the record rise in gas prices this week.
Young and strong. It's possibly the cutest sporting event Malibu has ever seen. More on this weekend's Tot Olympics.
It's time to pull out a light sweater. Evening temperatures will be mild this weekend. I'll have your full surf, fire, and full day forecast after the break.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Painful prices are at the pump this week. LA County saw its largest increase in gas prices in almost 5 years yesterday. Prices have been rising since a drone attack in Saudi Arabia this weekend. 2 major oil factories were hit. Average prices in SoCal rose 6.5 cents, hitting a high of $3.75 a gallon, with prices even higher in Malibu.
Malibu is ensuring residents can pass through some road closures in emergency situations. Malibu's Dolphin Decal program allows emergency personnel to quickly identify residents on the road and let them pass through soft closures. The sticker does not give special priority or access to hard road closures. Decals can be picked up this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 4 at Caldwell Banker office in Point Dume.
We're now joined by Alina, who has all our updates on the weather. I've been feeling like it's a little cooler lately.
Yeah, cooler lately, but don't expect it to get much cooler.
Okay.
I love the summer, but I know you like the fall a little bit more.
I love wearing a jacket.
So let's take a look at our regional temperatures map. So we can see that the local surrounding areas are going to be in the 70s. At temperatures of 70 degrees. Calabasas is currently at 73 degrees and Malibu is at 70. We can see Agora Hills is at a current 74 degrees and Thousand Oaks is at 83, while Santa Monica remains at 72. Taking a look at the fire risk for the next several days, we should be safe. The fire danger in Malibu should remain very low. Waves continue to be small at Zuma and other Malibu beaches. Swells are reaching only 2 to 3 feet today and ranging from 1 to 3 feet through the weekend. The next few days, we can expect fluctuating temperatures as humidity in the area will vary day by day. While recent temperatures have been moderate, both today and tomorrow are expected to be extremely humid. Tomorrow we can expect a sunny day with a high of 73 and a low of 61. The next couple days we can see the temperatures ramp up to the high 70s, though the humidity will drop substantially, making the heat more bearable this weekend. Saturday will be bringing in sunny skies and a high of 78 degrees, with a low of 66. Sunday we can expect some clouds, but temperatures will remain warm at a high of 78 degrees and a low of 63. To start off the work week, the humidity rises, but Monday's high will only be 73.
I feel like 73 is a good temperature. It's not too hot, not too cold.
I'm excited for the weekend. Yeah. I love 78 degrees. I like to get out on the beach.
But not happy about that humidity.
But the humidity does go down. It does go down during the weekend, but it will ramp back up with those lower temperatures. Okay. So I think it kind of balances itself out. Yeah. When it's hot, not humid. Right. When it's humid, not hot.
Right.
At least we'll be prepared now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, waves up. Pepperdine's water polo team is on a winning streak and back in the water against a top competitor.
Most Olympians train longer than these competitors have been alive. The annual Malibu event for young Titans.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first thing helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Hannah, to say that Pepperdine men's water polo has been killing it, I think would be an understatement. They're doing amazing, and they have a game today, so what more can you tell us about
that? They're doing great. They just had a game this afternoon, actually. So Pepperdine men's water polo has a big win under the belt from earlier today. Pepperdine crushed Ottawa University earlier this afternoon, winning 27-6. The Waves play again this evening against UC Santa Barbara at 5:30. On Saturday, Pepperdine hosts UCLA at noon. UCLA is ranked number 2 in the nation and brings tough competition for Pepperdine, who is currently ranked 8th. UC Irvine just got served. After a 4-game losing streak, Pepperdine women's volleyball came back on top. The Waves swept UC Irvine last night 3-0. Pepperdine dominated the court with 44 kills, 48 digs, and 10 aces. Outside hitter Shannon Scully led the team in points with 14 kills and 17 digs. The Waves will play UC Santa Barbara at the Thunderdome tomorrow at 6 p.m. A close game ended in an upsetting loss for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers put up a tough fight yesterday, losing to the Tampa Bay Rays in the 11th inning, 8-7. LA started off strong until Tampa's first baseman, Jai-Man Choi, hit a line drive and tied the game. The game went into 2 extra innings, but ended with the Rays' left fielder Austin Meadows hitting a home run. The Dodgers hope for a better outcome as they host the last-place National League West team, the Colorado Rockies. The cutest little Olympians make their way to Malibu for a day full of friendly competition. Starting Sunday morning at 11, the annual Tiny Tot Olympics encourages young children ages 2 to 6 to participate in up to 10 different sporting events. There will be plenty of bounce houses for kids to enjoy throughout the afternoon. Opening ceremonies and a torch run begin at noon in Malibu Bluff Parks. The event is free and open to the public.
Well, that just sounds so cute. I can't wait to see some video and pictures of that.
I wish I did that as a kid.
I know.
Like
That's so
Tiny
fun.
Tot Olympics, like that's adorable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, in the midst of a lawsuit, an accuser of a famous actor is found dead.
And finding beauty in Malibu's worst time, the exhibit dedicated to sharing stories of recovery and hope in the Woolsey fire. And do you fit in or out of? An award-winning play about the human spirit opens at Pepperdine. Future Proof is here.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you. She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
And we're now joined by Tiger, who has some sad news concerning the allegations made against Kevin Spacey. Tiger, what can you tell us about that?
Yes, well, the anonymous massage therapist suing actor Kevin Spacey for sexual assault has died. His death was a shock for his family, according to his lawyer. The cause of death is still unreleased. An attorney for the massage therapist says his fight for justice is still very much alive. This masseur accused Spacey of groping him during a private massage session in Malibu in 2016. More than a dozen men accused Spacey of sexual misconduct. The Calabasas Film Festival stuns audiences with films highlighting Calabasas, Hollywood, and the culture behind filmmaking and the cinematic arts. Last night kicked off the film festival with Brad Pitt's newest movie, Ad Astra. Some films feature big-name actors such as Wanda Sykes, Eddie Murphy, and Sarah Hyland. The event continues until Sunday, which features student films. The Pepperdine Theater Department opens their new show, Future Proof, this Tuesday at Lyndhurst Theater.
That explores what it means to be a human and the value of being an individual versus conforming to societal expectation.
The Dean of the Fine Arts Division, Kathy Thomas Grant, is directing this insightful play written by Linda Radley. Ticket prices range between $10 and $15. The show begins Tuesday and runs until Saturday the 28th. Four-time Grammy nominee Chris Hillman will appear at Pepperdine's Smothers Theater Saturday. The evening will feature both songs and stories from this folk rock icon and his collaborators Herb Peterson and Mark Fain. Hillman is featured in music with bands such as the Flying Burrito and the Desert Rose Band. He was one of the original members of the popular 60s band, The Byrds. Ticket prices range between $10 and $40, and the show begins at 8 p.m.
Well,
That sounds
Smothers,
awesome.
yeah, Smothers certainly has some great performances coming up, so thank you so
Yes.
much, Tiger.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, mateys. Today is the day to let out your inner Jack Sparrow. It's National Talk Like a Pirate Day. As interesting as the day is, it has an equally as interesting origin. The idea was born in 1995 at a YMCA in Oregon when two friends, John Old Chum Bucket Bauer and friend Mark Cap'n Slappy Summers, began throwing around insults like pirates. When columnist Dave Barry heard about the idea, he wrote about it in a September 2002 Miami Herald column. Since then, it has become a full-fledged movement.
Well, that's a fun day to have. I guess we'll have to do something with that tonight. Well, that'll do it for us this evening.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back on Tuesday.